Hi everyone, Nathan here, Dalek Idea, also known as NDW Design. Welcome back to the second part of this making a custom Draconian action figure. Now, in today's video we're gonna get most of the sculpting done. So, where we left it in the last video, we just made these shoulder pieces, which you might be able to notice I pinched the ends just so they sort of rose up a little bit, and now we're going to remove them and cut them into shape. So here is the shoulder piece removed. It was just glued into place. I've just pulled it off, and here is a pair of scissors. So all I'm going to do is try and make sure it's in shot. I'm just going to cut along here. I think I want to go there, like that. Just make sure I'm doing it right. A little bit fiddly. And I think I'm going to cut along here just to tidy it up. So when you've done that, it will leave you with really nice clean edges. As you can see here, the shoulder piece looks far better. So if I put that into place where it was roughly, you can see how better that looks compared to this side. I'm going to do the same to that side, and then once we get sculpting, we can put some milliput over the top of this, and we can sculpt in that sort of pebbled effect which he has on his face. And you might also notice I have undercoated his head, or his face, with a olive green. So I'm going to cut this side, and then we'll get sculpting the torso. So the next step, taking a look at my finished Draconian in the background, what I need to do is I need to join the back of this shoulder unit here, because these shoulders were one piece, I believe, and this bit is obviously on show. So I'm going to take a little bit of mixed green stuff. I'm going to just press it slightly and then plonk it there, and then just using my fingers I'm going to shift it around, but I don't want it going on top of that neck, because I don't want it to hinder the articulation. But and also you'll notice that the shoulder piece here comes down lower than this one, so I'm going to try and force this lower down and then blend it in here. Now you can only do so much with your fingers before you need to get your tools out, and now I'm just using a bit of water to take away the stickiness, and it allows me to shift it much better. So I'm just going to jump ahead and show you what it looks like once I've smoothed it all out. So I don't really have to do a lot to that. So I'll jump straight into the texturing. I could have left this until I've done all the layers, but I just want to sort of texture it slightly with the stylus tool, so I have got an idea of which part is, of course, this. So when I put the wrappings over, it won't be too difficult, like going in and adding this texture. It will be already done. So I'm just adding a freckle texture here, which looks like that. Now we'll move on, and we'll get these drapes put over. And yeah, moving along nicely. Now the mistake I made with my first Draconian is that I put this inner piece in first, and then I put the second piece in over the top. Really, this outer piece has gone first, and then the inner piece on top, so that the seam line sort of dips down rather than goes up. So I'll show you what I mean here. So I've just taken a bit of green stuff, just like this, and I want to sort of work out, so here's this section here that comes across the stomach, sort of comes up about here, so we want to bring this quite low so that this piece can go underneath that piece of detailing, and so this wrapping goes up like that, and turn him around, and this wrapping will come down, yeah, like that. So we'll push that bit down here because that'll be hidden by, again, this detailing here, and it'll be same sort of here. But I'll just take a tool, and I might just want to mark that up, a bit of a line, to give me an idea of where that will come to. And, yeah. So let's get onto the next pieces. So I've just done a little bit more off camera. I've gotten both pieces put on like this. It's looking a little bit messy right now, but as it comes together, it's gonna look pretty good. At least I hope so. Anyway, I'm gonna take another piece of green stuff. This time, not too much, maybe just a little pinch like this. Bit of water on my fingers so it doesn't stick. And I'm going to create this band that he has here, the one that's all these little ridges in it, and I'll show you how I do that. So I'm just rolling this into a sausage, and then I'm sort of pulling it. It can go on like a sausage, and then we'll just flatten it after. So this time it sort of starts here, and it goes up like to there, and then it comes down across here like this, like so. That will do, I think, and we'll leave that dangling there because I think that goes over the top of these ridges here. So I'm now going to just take a tool that can help me flatten it out. For example, we'll go with this one here. We just want to flatten it like that. Don't want to drag along it too much because green stuff just doesn't like that. So we've sort of flattened it, and then I'm going to want to take a tool like a little shovel of some sort. Let me have a look. Here it is. This tool, this is going to be perfect. I'm going to dip it in some water and sort of go in like that. Don't know if you can actually see what I'm doing. I'm sort of creating these little... It's hard to get it show up on camera like this. Getting all the little ridges in, and let me just get a better tool actually. So this tool, just that little tool like that, and this technique looks a lot better, I think. Just a little drag along like that. Now obviously it does distort the shape slightly. You've got to make sure it's dipped in the water or it goes a bit funny. And then this way we'll drag it this way. We'll leave it like that. And then to make sure it sort of looks authentic, sort of go in the side like this on each one and just push back along the line. So instead of it sort of just going dead, it sort of gives it an idea that the ridge is continuous all the way around. So here we're going to have to put it in the side like that. I guess you can see what's going on in the camera there. It's a bit difficult doing this when I'm recording because I can't keep an eye on what's in shot. But hopefully you're seeing this. And yeah, so we'll cut on to the next bit. Right, the next thing I really want to do is get the stomach sort of armour added on. All I'm doing for this is I'm taking another bit of green stuff and I'm just gonna find a spot where I like the positioning. So in this case, there. And I'll just press it to try and shape it. I'm going to put the arms back, I think, for this part. And go from here. So it's quite long. Well, sort of comes down to the waist. So I'm going to bring this down to this belt that the Hawthorne figure has. Another mistake I made with my first Draconian is that I put this on first and then I put the straps on, so they kind of look a bit odd, whereas this, it actually looks like it's put on last and has gone over the top of the costume. Anyway, I'm going to bring it round. I sort of make them in two parts because it has one on the back and one on the front. I don't do it all the way around, I sort of do it a little bit of the way around, like so. I'm quite happy with the way that looks, so I'm now going to start to detail it. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to work because I've not used this tool before, but I'm going to give it a go. This is just a weird looking tool like this. I'm dipping it in the water and pressing it and pulling it. Definitely needs the water or it just starts pulling the green stuff and deshaping it, whereas the water allows it to slide through and give you a nice finish. Obviously the top bit's going to need tidying up, however that's looking quite good, so I'm going to go through and get that textured. And this is how he's looking. I've put a bit of a belt around here, which isn't actually on the official costumes, so that's my own little interpretation, my own bit of artistic license, but I think it looks pretty good. Obviously he's looking a lot different to this one because this figure has the big draping, bellowing cuffs on the arms here, so we're going to have to sculpt something on there to make him look a little bit more accurate. However, at this stage I'm really happy with how it's looking. I now just need to add the detailing here, this piping and the diamond necklace they have around their necks. So I'll do that in the next video, and we'll also tidy up these pockets and sculpt over them and get him looking awesome. So join me next time where we'll finish up this custom, and I hope you're liking how he's looking, and if you're following this, I hope yours is looking just as good. So till next time guys, thanks for watching and take care.